ninth parliament promises to be interesting considering the nature of the NDC's majority. Now, ahead of the inauguration of that parliament, ChannelOne News' Jude Duncan takes a look at what to expect in the ninth parliament in the following report.
Some members of parliament who retained their seats are confident that the ninth parliament will work in the interest of Ghanaians. According to the legislators, the results of the 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections place enormous responsibility on the incoming government to deliver on its mandate. Some MPs who spoke to ChannelOne News were of the view that the NDC's decisive majority in the ninth parliament could be leveraged to address concerns regarding constitutional reforms and other critical issues related to national development.
It is my hope that we will have the kind of speaker and the kind of leadership that will prioritize the development of the legislature, because it has seen a lot of neglect, for a very long time, especially under this, Fourth Republican dispensation, despite the fact that, this Republican democracy is the most enduring. The legislature has not seen that hasn't seen growth that much. And in the 8th Parliament, we saw some level of assertiveness that has contributed greatly to the proper placing of Parliament in the scheme of things. And I'm hoping that this 9th Parliament will also use its uniqueness, where we have this supermajority, to further build upon where the 8th Parliament left off. Unfortunately for us, we still have a lot of leading members in the 8th Parliament who I'm sure will play very critical roles in this 9th Parliament.
I'm expecting a very robust Parliament. I'm expecting a Parliament where the outstanding bills will be passed. I'm looking at the spousal rights bill, for example, that I was personally working on. And I hope that Excellency John Dramani Mahama will bring a lot more bills into the House, because he has said that this is a legacy tenure for him. So I'm sure that Parliament is going to do well, considering our majority, which we intend to use for the advantage of the Ghanaians who gave us the overwhelming majority.
Then the other way around is that we may not have any excuse in telling Ghanaians that we wanted to do this and we couldn't do it. No, we must make sure that there is discipline in the House and every member is punctual in the House. Every item is well scrutinized and well thoroughly scrutinized before we cast our vote. So clearly, this Parliament, my expectation is that we are going to use it to the best interest of the Ghanaian people who voted. We are not going to abuse power. I have seen MPP abusing power with 169 in this on the 7th Parliament and losing elections. I have seen how they were dismissing of public opinion. I have seen how they put a question. Things were not properly scrutinized. We passed certain laws and they went to Supreme Court and they were struck down. I don't expect that to happen in the 9th Parliament.
First of all, we expect a different Parliament than what pertains now the 8th Parliament. We expect a smooth sailing Parliament. We expect that we'll be able to build a lot of consensus than we did in the 8th Parliament. And we expect that we put the needs of our people at the front burner, so that we're able to meet the aspirations of our constituents and Ghanaians in general.
At least we have 2/3 of Parliament, and then we use that not as rubber stamp. We are going to use it very well for the people of Ghana to benefit a lot from it. You know that the Constitution have a lot of constitutional review is supposed to go through. So this number will be used very well to actually shape the Constitution, because Constitution is a living document, and any living organism must grow. It's not static. So we will use these numbers to shape the Ghanaian Constitution very well.
Meanwhile, the deputy coordinator of the planning committee for the dissolution of the 8th Parliament and the inauguration of the 9th Parliament earlier addressed journalists in Parliament and assured of a smooth and peaceful democratic process.
This forthcoming transition is yet another milestone in this proud transition, and we are determined to shepherd it seamlessly and with the highest regard for constitutional and procedural propriety. This period of transition should be one of the solemn responsibility and collective and collaboration effort. It demands of us not only administrative efficiency, but also an unwavering commitment to inclusivity, transparency, and national unity.
The election of the Speaker of Parliament. This is scheduled for January 7, 2025. This election is a pivotal moment as it will set the tone for legislative leadership in the upcoming term. We are actively collaborating with all relevant stakeholders to ensure that this process is conducted fairly and transparently. 2. Presidential inauguration. The presidential inauguration, scheduled for January 7, 2025, will not only mark the beginning of a new chapter in our governance, but also celebrate our enduring democratic values.
Members of the 8th Parliament who retained their seats and are now headed into the 9th Parliament have expressed confidence in their ability to ensure they deliver on their mandates to the Ghanaian people. According to some who spoke to ChannelOne News, they are confident and are in high spirits on their ability to also work together with the executive to ensure that all pertinent issues confronting the Ghanaian people, as well as other concerns around constitutional reforms, are efficiently dealt with. Reporting for ChannelOne News, Jude Duncan.